Well, yesterday and the day before, as many of you know, I stood with Vermonters from various walks of life who expressed the very same sentiments in the State House that I hear every day from people all over Vermont. Monica Green, a manufacturer from Franklin County, explained how the retroactive increase in the estate tax has had a practical impact on a business that employs over 100 Vermonters. John Castaldo of the Barry Granite Association talked about the need to pass through the domestic production deduction to help granite makers compete globally and maintain jobs here in Vermont. Rick Wolfish, a CPA from Burlington, explained how last year's capital gains and estate tax changes have led to an unprecedented number of people looking to change their residencies to other states. Mike Moeller of East Hardwick explained how proposed increases in taxes for those in the current use program hit our forest products industry particularly hard. Margaret McDonald of Green Mountain Coffee Roasters talked about how it's difficult to convince young professionals to move to Vermont because of the high cost of living. There's one tax that I hear most about from Vermonters that continues to grow out of control year after year, not because of votes taken by legislators, but because of those votes and those decisions that are not taken. The decision by the legislative majority to ignore our crisis in our education fund continues to undermine our prospects for future economic success and our ability to support essential programs and services of state government. In the last decade, total net education property taxes have nearly doubled from about $450 million a year to over $900 million today. That's nearly $500 million more in property taxes to support a system with declining enrollments. According to a recent study, Vermont ranks 50th out of 51 in state and local property taxes as a share of personal income. Only New Hampshire, which has no income or sales tax, is below us. Not surprisingly, that study ranked Vermont 44th worst in terms of the cost of our tax system for entrepreneurs and small businesses. And according to NEA statistics, we also have the lowest student-to-teacher ratio in the nation at 10-to-1. In fact, we have 4.5 adults in our schools for every child. Just last year, as student enrollment declined yet again by 1,600 students, our staffing in our schools grew by 218. We have effectively the most burdensome property taxes in the nation on the one hand, and the lowest student-to-teacher ratio on the other. It doesn't take another legislative study to understand the challenge and what needs to be done to fix it. For the past 5 years, I've offered solution after solution to bend the curve on property taxes. Again this year, I put ideas on the table to rein in education costs, and again this year, I've seen no action. One idea to bring our student-to-teacher ratio to a more reasonable 13-to-1 by leveraging the coming retirement boom and not filling new positions would save an estimated $96 million. To put that in context, if no action is taken to reform education funding, either through challenges for change or the budget, there will be as much as a $100 million hole next year in the education fund. That's a hole that would have to be filled by either increasing property taxes or deep cuts to human services and other priorities of state government. Another idea is requiring a 20% share of health insurance costs in future contracts for teachers. That change would save $15 million over 3 years. State employees have already agreed to a similar provision. Barry Granite workers have just done so as well. Choices that need to be made aren't particularly difficult, and it's certainly not too late to act. If they're made now, school districts will have plenty of time to implement them before their next budget writing season. What will be difficult is explaining to the people of Vermont why, when legislators knew something had to be done but nothing was, property taxes are skyrocketing yet again. It's blocking your view.
So there's